Hi everybody, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. Today I'm going to be talking about purpose. Have you considered what your purpose might be? Have you considered that God has a specific purpose for you? Today has been an interesting day. Like there are days that God will just decide to. Actually, it happens quite a lot. Like when He's trying to get a message across to you, it will make sure that that message, like it uses like you heard that message twice, and that happened to me today. So I went to church and the message was primarily about purpose, and and we looked at the story of Joseph, and then I came to join the daily prayer meeting that I I participate in, and the message was about, or the message of the teaching prior to the prayer time was on purpose, and it's very similar. I believe that even the story, the Bible story and reference was very the same, if not similar. Anyway, and I, for a while now, I've been thinking about, okay, what's my purpose in this season? What's my, like Joseph, if we think about Joseph, Joseph had that big agenda, God's agenda for his life, where he was going to save the Israelites. But he had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations, and he was sold into slavery. And we know the story. It's a very popular Bible story. But he got there in the end, and it is kind of, this makes me think about, like I'm praying more in this season that the Lord will help me fulfill my purpose. I started to see like different, things falling in place. But I believe that God has been aligning, bringing me into alignment and bringing things into alignment for my purpose. And I just pray that I do not run ahead of the Lord, and I am in alignment. I fall in line with Him. I make sure that I'm following Him very closely, listening to His voice, so that I don't run ahead of Him. I don't get left behind, and I don't miss the mark. I don't miss, basically, like the road is telling me to take, when it does, when it points out a route to me, or passing. So in the week past, I had a very interesting conversation, and it happened, I would say, like it wasn't expected. It was, I was chatting to or contacted that person for something completely different. But as God will have it, they brought something my way, an opportunity, something they've been working on, and they were looking for partners and people with similar interests, and they'd looked up one of my profiles and saw that I was interested in the same thing. And like when God just brings things into alignment and brings the right people together at the right time, I believe that's what He's doing at this during this season of my life. And I just will just I know I need to be very prayerful and be very attentive and be very careful to know the things to say yes to, and to know the things to say no to. This has been going on for, I would say, at least a year. So for those of us out there that might be in a similar place and be thinking, when is God really going to answer this prayer? Because I've been praying for, oh, what's my purpose? What's the next plan? What will the Lord have me do in this season? I know I'm in a season of transition, but what exactly is the plan? Is it that God is preparing me for? And I believe that God is revealing that to me now. Not the full picture, but I'm getting parts of the picture, and I'm still just so glad. So yeah, um, it feels like I've just rambled, but I guess the most important thing is that I'm trying to convey in this vlog is seek out your purpose. Seek out your purpose, because God has got that purpose for you. He assigns purpose to our lives, So seek out your purpose and be guided by the Holy Spirit to help you achieve it. Thank you for stopping by. Please